Hi, Joe Ryan, and welcome to another sports show with Channel 5. Sitting with me today is Charles Nelson, local karate expert, and his instructor, Mr. Scott Brown, we all know from the Logan County Police Force. I'd like to thank you guys for being on tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Joe. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, because what I'm doing is I'm karate with black belts in Lincoln, Illinois. What I do is I do the hamburger roll and stuff like that, and I do a pretty good job at it. So.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Charles, you're the star of the show tonight.
Yes.
How does that feel to be the star?
I like it.
We've got stand up, show the crowd. You're all set up right here. This is how you look when you're going at it, right, in competition?
Yes, I do.
All right. Pop back in here. We just want to give the fans a shot of what you look like. And let's start from the beginning, all right?
All right.
And Mr. Brown's going to help us out with some of this. How did you get started in karate? You want to go through the story here? Let's talk about it.
Well, his mom, Mrs. Nelson, Eileen, showed up at the dojang one day and asked me if I'd ever encountered anybody that was in Charles' position, developmentally disabled, and worked with them firsthand on the instruction of Taekwondo. Never had, and I told her I'd be willing to give it a shot. You know, we just give it an extended period of time and see what would happen, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it was worth a shot. And Charles just kind of grew on everybody.
And what made you want to get into it, Charles? Let's go back to the beginning. What made you first know you wanted to get into karate?
Well, I started to be in karate starting with the running. And
Does Halloween have anything to do with it?
Yeah, let's talk about Halloween.
Let's
talk about Halloween 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I was a wrestler.
A wrestler?
A wrestler?
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
Okay, Karate Kid.
And I wore my uniform, and I went to dances.
All dressed up in it.
Uh-huh.
And let's go, let's credit, we're out here at Grau Chevrolet. Got to give them a little credit out here. They, let us use this place. We've got some nice color behind us tonight, thanks to Chris Grau, and better known as RJ in some worlds. Let's talk about way back when. We heard a story that you wanted to be Karate Kid.
Yes.
So you came over here and talked to Chris, and we had and Bruce Garr.
Yeah.
You remember Bruce?
Yes.
He hooked up with the guy Rod Jones.
Yeah.
And they got you. Your outfit,
yes,
that Rod wore to practice. You brought it over, and that's the one you started wearing around. And from ever since then, you wanted to be into karate.
Yes,
that's right. And now, what belt did you start out at?
Being a black belt.
You started out as a white belt.
White belt. And then I turned after white belt. I was.
You had to work your way up.
Yeah. I was white, and then I was
yellow,
and
then green,
blue, red.
Brown, and then your black belt.
Black belt, yeah.
So were you scared when you went in there that first day?
Oh, no, I finally got there.
You were pretty confident, weren't you?
Yes, I was. And boy, when I was on that floor, you know what it was.
It was pretty cool to watch him grow.
Let's go back to those early years. When he first came in, was he scared?
I don't believe he was scared as much as anxious. He was kind of on fire to learn, and almost to the point of it being annoying. I mean, he really pushed hard. He wanted to be that black belt tomorrow. And one of the biggest challenges was getting Charles to be a little more patient, laid back, and understand it takes some time to grow, right?
Yes, sir.
And how many people did you have in the class back then?
Oh, I probably had 30 active.
And where was this at?
This was at the old Lincoln Motel right next to Dairy Queen, where I was located there.
That's gone.
Yep, that's gone now.
I was over there having Dairy Queens, and you guys were over there practicing. I remember. That's why we look a little different today.
Yeah, you could almost feel the heat radiating from the place, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could hear all that yelling and hear all the sweating, and I'm over there eating a banana split.
Well, Dairy Queen hated to see us leave because there was a lot of people after class that pretty much frequented Dairy Queen every night.
Did you go to Dairy Queen after class or not?
You had Dairy Queen once in a while after class, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you ever have it before class?
What?
No, I had it, but I'm like, yes.
So you came to Lincoln from Lakeville, Illinois, and tell everybody you're a football fan of who? The Packers.
No, Bears.
Oh, the Bears.
Bears.
But you told me the Packers earlier.
They
No, you're not a Packers fan, are
the
you?
Bears.
All right.
Attaboy.
Bear fan, and you've been doing this for 20 years.
Yes, I have.
20 years, and you're the first special athlete. Tell us a bit more about that, Scott.
Okay. Taylorville, Illinois, Master Thomas Perry from Springfield had a tournament competition, and Charles followed us around and wanted to be a part of that competition. He wanted to get in there and fight people. Well, there were no other special athletes at that time, so we'd get volunteers, and we had lines of black belts standing up to volunteer to fight Charles. And
And you weren't nervous about that?
Yeah.
you know, he told them all that he'd be careful and he wouldn't knock them out. And they'd get in there and they'd push him, make him look good, and he'd come out on top of that. It'd about bring tears to your eyes. It was pretty cool. You see the crowd come to life, and Charles winning his first place trophy. And
And my
you never were snobby or arrogant with it, though, right?
no.
Yeah, you were always humble with it. Right?
Oh yeah.
You always gave him a hug when you
Yes,
beat him.
I did.
So you've worked your way up into being a first-degree black belt
Yes.
and actually fought in the competitions.
Yeah.
You should have brought a trophy with you here tonight.
Oh,
We
boy,
could
we
have
got some.
we could have had it up here.
You know what? We should have had a few up here with us.
Yes, they would.
So tell us about this working out. Now I know I see him around town. He's always jogging somewhere or kicking something or punching something, working around. What's it like? It's pretty grueling, isn't it, to work out with him?
Oh, yes.
You got to sweat, don't you?
I sweat. Yes.
If you don't sweat, you don't grow, right?
Right.
No pain, no gain.
Now, and what I did was,
How many thousands of kicks you think you've done?
like, was it rising kicks? What I do? Well, yeah, rising.
We probably did. You probably do close to 1,000 kicks.
Yes,
in a
I
night.
do. Right, and then
1,000 kicks.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we'll
That's a
practice.
lot.
We'll practice real basic movements with him. And if I see growth, Charles's growth. If I put Charles on the same playing field with other black belts, it just wouldn't be fair to them because Charles is somewhat elite.
20 years. worth.
He stands out, and it just really isn't fair to the other black belts to try to put him on the same playground. So he has special requirements. He was required to run the 5 miles.
Let's talk about that. 5 miles.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's a long way.
Yeah, we.
he's got to run 5 miles in under 40 minutes, and he did that for his black belt test.
Yes, I did.
8-minute pace. I was with him. I ran beside him.
And you made it. Nice job. And you've lived out here next to Grouse Chevrolet, the North Kickapoo house, for 20 years.
Yes, yeah. I come here to get my coffee. Yeah, I do.
Mom put you up at North Kickapoo House,
Yes,
so
she
you'd
did.
have people you could relate to, and you could work together and kind of grow.
Yeah.
Mom was really looking out for your best interest, wasn't she?
Yes, and and I used to live at half day. I did, but not more.
And tell us about this Grau family out here. They've been pretty good to you over 20
Yeah.
years.
Cruz, yes, Cruz has
Now, who is it you drink coffee with every morning?
with Tubby. The man back out there that cusses.
Does Tubby have time to drink coffee?
Oh
We're not gonna edit this. We want to make sure that the Grau family knows he's working.
yeah, you. Nate gets dragged by his ear. Tubby goes to the back chair back here.
And has a cup of coffee with Charles.
Yeah,
My man.
he'll drag his ear by him. He goes to the back chair.
Is he a character?
Tubby is.
Tubby's a character.
Nate, his mouth.
Does he get you to laughing?
Oh yeah. They have to grab Nate by his ear for cussing.
We may edit some of this.
And I said, Tubby, watch it. He's drinking the motor oil again. He's going like this.
You've got to be careful with that, don't you?
Well, you better get back on Taekwondo, buddy.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about your instructor over here, Mr. Brown.
Well,
What's he taught you in life? He's taught you a lot of things, hasn't he?
well, talk about
Am I mean?
No.
Am I strict?
No.
What?
Yeah, but sometimes you get mad once in a while, but not anymore, do you?
Do I
If a
get
kid-
mad?
No.
Have you ever seen me get mad?
The kids, they get into trouble.
The kids get into trouble?
The
Do
one,
the kids have to do extra kicks when they get into trouble?
oh yeah, the one did.
Have you ever had to do extra kicks?
Oh,
Couple times.
couple times. I didn't want to find it out last year.
Yeah.
The charges every time I put I didn't know about.
Charles has been fun to work with. You got to be careful about how far you go with him because he really doesn't have any physical limits. You know, you ever heard the talk of running a dog until they literally run the pads off their feet? If you keep Charles in conversation, he will run himself to a heart attack.
Relentless.
We were running some pretty good big miles, and he was making some decent times. We did an 8-minute mile.
That's pretty good.
That's a very good mile for somebody that's
And he's
exceptional athlete.
and he's as tough as he is. We talked earlier about how you'd never know it. Very soft spoken over at the
That's right.
at the house and stuff.
Now lately he's been working on them abs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on staff about washing that belt in hot water because it seems to be shrinking.
I told them.
And,
Is it getting a little more snug?
Yeah.
well, you've been a black belt for a while, and since you got that black belt, we haven't been quite as strict on the
We should.
requirements and working up to it, have we?
No.
You've
we
been
should-
more of an advisor and kind of an overseer, and but he does. We every night he comes to class. He's in there for the purpose of exercise.
I come about.
Mom wanted to see him in decent shape, and Charles works hard.
I mean, you're
He
in
really
shape.
does.
Which I am.
51 years old.
Yep. And next October I'll be 52.
Yeah.
That's right. And if you didn't hang out over at Growl's and eat those donuts in the morning,
I
Just
have coffee. That's plain.
you eat donuts too?
Nuts, coffee. I just.
Just coffee?
Goes. This lady back here.
You're helping the Girl Scouts. You're sacrificing
Your
the good of
abs.
the Girl Scouts.
Yeah, they come, but.
That's good, man.
Well, I help out, yeah. But what?
Did Taekwondo, when you got into good shape, when you were in your best shape, when we were getting you ready for black belt, is that when you hooked up with Kimmy?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can, you know.
Kimmy's one of the girls over here in North Kickapoo House. She's worth mentioning. They've been an item for a while.
She gets what I'm. Over,
Did you dance with her when you wore that karate outfit?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, the one I went to in Decatur, I went to the one up there in Decatur. That one, Kevin's mom was the one of that started. It was really good. And a year ago we went, got through that, you know.
so you got to be a fan, a Karate Kid fan, then, right?
Yeah. I knocked a guy out when a long time ago I got into him. It was the.
One more unique thing about Charles is he has been inducted into the United States Martial Arts Hall of Fame. And we had a big
Hall of Famer.
Had a big ceremony in Peoria, and he's been in Taekwondo Times. He's been in Black Belt Magazine.
Yeah. Then I get.
Been several articles.
I've been with my other. I've been with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and Chris.
They came down, didn't they? Chris come up, watched you get your award.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty unique day, wasn't it?
Yep.
So you're not getting out of karate anytime soon, huh? You're going to stay with it.
Well, yeah.
Are you going to be like me? I'm going to be buried in a martial arts uniform.
Yeah, you know. Yes, because I've been.
Am I going to be dead before you, or you going to outlive me?
Well, you're a good old guy.
You're in pretty good shape.
You're a good old guy. he
You're in
said.
pretty good shape. I've been. The guy weighed tonight. Guess how much I weigh now? 92.
192. We got to work on that, buddy.
It's pretty solid, 192.
A step weighs me, you know. We have a new person that's started. We
You
have.
keep eating healthy.
Oh yeah, I have oatmeal and I have bananas and stews and coffee and.
Do you drink beer?
When I was home, I did.
What?
Well, I go out, I do, but they don't like.
They don't like you to drink beer at North Kickapoo House?
No.
Do they let you drink beer at North Kickapoo House? You smoke cigarettes?
No, that's John Wayne does.
No, that's how John Wayne died.
He played around doing it.
How'd he die?
Cancer smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking those Camels. Charles, you got anybody out there you want to say hi to? Look, call
Anybody,
him out by
anybody
name.
special? Mom?
Stand up, let me take a look at you.
Yo! I'd like to tell my mom and tell her I like her, and Bruce and April, I love them, and you're very smart people, and we all love you.
What's your brother's name?
Bruce.
Bruce.
So I love every one of the Kickapoo, say hi to them and stuff like that.
Hey, I would like to say to you, Charles, thanks for being on today.
Thank you.
And you're going to be able to tune in and watch us on Channel 5,
Okay.
on the internet. You're going to be a superstar.
Okay.
I'd like to thank Mr. Brown for being in here too today.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you.
All right, everybody together. We'll get a
That's going to wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Thanks for visiting CITV5.
Thank you to Ryle, and I will see you in. I will see you in.
You'll see me on another nation.
Yes. Okay. Okay. How about the month of
Charles, look over here.
Jeez.
over here, buddy. 1, 2, 3. Close up.